This next exercise, we're still at the bottom of page 50, and we're going to learn about using brushes. We're going to talk about the brush tool. What we're going to do is we're going to create a new 500 by 500 pixel document in Illustrator. So open that up. Close the last exercise if you hadn't done so already. Make sure you save it. And we're going to go File, New. We're going to make this 500 by 500 pixels. It still remembers the last one that was 500 by 500. And we're just going to click OK. So we got an empty artboard here. It says to double click on the Paintbrush tool to open the Paintbrush tool preferences dialog box. So the Paintbrush tool, if you push B on your keyboard, it selects the Paintbrush tool. Now the paintbrush is right there. It looks like a brush. Now double click on it and you can adjust some options here. These preferences were introduced in a previous activity, but for this exercise, we're just going to accept the default settings by pressing OK. Now on the brushes palette, the brushes palette is right over here where we found the symbols last exercise. It looks like a cup with brushes hanging out. Now if you don't have that brushes palette, you can go Window, Brushes, or F5, and the brush palette should appear. But we got the brushes palette here. I want you to click on the menu arrow here in the top right of the brushes palette and choose New Brush. Now you got several options. You have different types of brushes. You got calligraphic brush, scatter brush, art brush, bristle brush, and pattern brush. For this activity, leave it on calligraphic brush and click OK. Now it just says calligraphic brush options. Just choose the default, click OK. So now you've created a new brush. Now each stroke you create, it puts it in the layers palette, each brush stroke you create. Each time you create one, and you notice they don't join together. They don't mix like you did with the pencil tool. You can close a shape still by holding down the Option key like you did with the pencil tool and create closed shapes with the brush. But you don't have to command click away because each time it creates a new stroke. So you're not joining them together. Now you can choose different stroke colors. You can go up here and you can change the type of brush. So we got all kinds of cool things you can do with this brush here. You can change the stroke width. So many options to play with the brush. So I just want you to play around with that with some different brush options, and we're going to save this. File, Save As, and we're just going to call this Brush. And put it in your 1A last name Illustrator folder. Click Save, and then OK. And then close this up. So we closed it up, and now we're going to get ready for the next exercise about creating a closed brush.
Thank you all for watching.
Hey class, if you like this video, please click like below and subscribe to this channel. Also, like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.